Hello everyone, myself Mr. Jangle Sanket Surendra, lecturer from Mula Education Society's Mula Rural Institute of Pharmacy, Sonai. Today we will discuss the chapter Nutrition and Health part 2nd. In previous lecture we have discussed the introduction, definition, classification, etc. In this lecture we are going to discuss from vitamins, minerals, etc. Vitamins Vitamins are the organic catalysts found in a food in a minute quantities and have no calorific value, but they are vital to physiological process of human body. Vitamins are also called micronutrients as they are required in the body in a very small amounts. These are organic compounds divided into two groups. That two groups are fat soluble vitamins and water soluble vitamins. Vitamins are themselves not synthesized by the body in sufficient amounts and don't yield energy, but they enable the body to use for other nutrients. Now, starting with the first one, that is vitamin A, a fat soluble vitamins. From that, a vitamin A. It covers both a preform vitamin retinol and a provitamin beta carotene, some of which is converted to retinol in the intestinal mucosa. Vitamin A participates in many body functions such as for normal vision, integrity and normal functioning of glandular and epithelial tissues, respiratory, urinary tract, skin and eyes. It supports skeletal growth. It is anti-infective. Deficiency of vitamin A can cause night blindness and other ocular manifestations. It also causes anorexia, growth retardation, etc. Prevention of vitamin A deficiency should be treated quickly dose of 2000 IUs, and prevention could be attempted in two forms: improvement of diet to ensure a regular and adequate intake of food rich in vitamin A, reducing the frequency of severity of contributory factors like respiratory tract infections, diarrhea, measles, etc. Vitamin D, it may occur in two forms: calciferol, it is known as the D2, or cholecalciferol, which is known as the vitamin D3. Out of these two forms, cholecalciferol is found in animal fats and fish liver oils. It is also derived from exposure of cholesterol to ultraviolet rays. Calciferol may be derived from exposure of plant sterol. It is stored largely in the fat depots. It promotes intestinal absorption of calcium and phosphorus. In bone, it stimulates normal mineralization and enhances bone respiration. It also affects maturation of collagen. It increases tabular reabsorption of phosphate and permit normal growth. Deficiency of vitamin D is known as to cause rickets. It is usually observed in young children between the age of 6 months to 2 years. In adult, especially in women, it is known as to cause osteomalacia. Preventive measures of this vitamin D includes educating parents to expose their children to sunshine, periodic dosing of young children with vitamin D. Now, starting with the vitamin E, it is named for a group of closely related naturally occurring compounds called tocopherols. G-tocopherol is biologically most potent. Food rich in polyunsaturated fatty acids are also rich in vitamin E. Biological role of vitamin E is not completely understood, but there is no clear indication of dietary deficiency. Daily requirement is about 10 mg for the adult. Vitamin K, It occurs in two forms, vitamin K1, vitamin K2. Vitamin K1 is naturally available while K2 is synthesized by intestinal bacteria. Long-term administration of antibiotics doses for a more than week may cause deficiency of vitamin K due to depression, suppression of intestinal microbial flora. Vitamin K is known to stimulate production and or release of certain coagulation factors. The prothrombin content of blood is markedly decreased and clotting time is prolonged due to the deficiency of vitamin K. Now, starting with the vitamin B1, that is thiamine. It is a water soluble vitamin. It is essential used for utilization of carbohydrates. Deficiency of vitamin causes accumulation of pyruvic and lactic acid in tissues and body fluids. It is readily lost from rice during processing of milling. Further losses are caused during washing and cooking of a rice. The disease caused is beriberi. The major symptoms of this disease are peripheral nephritis. The disease could be prevented by educating people to eat well balanced mixed diet containing thiamine rich food, example undermilled rice. Vitamin B2 riboflavin. Riboflavin or vitamin B2 is also water soluble vitamin present in a milk, vegetable, eggs, liver, kidney and green vegetables. Riboflavin contains pulses and cereals can be increased by germination. The riboflavin deficiency is common in India. The symptoms are angular stomatitis, deformities, etc. Then vitamin B6 pyridoxine. It exists in three forms: pyridoxine, pyridoxal and pyridoxamine. It has an important role in metabolism of amino acids, fats and carbohydrates. Its deficiency is associated with peripheral nephritis. Riboflavin deficiency impairs optimal utilization of pyridoxine, isotonic acid and antitubercular drug is known to be antagonist of pyridoxine. Vitamin Now starting with the another point, vitamin B3, that is niacin. Tryptophan, which is an essential amino acid, is the precursor of niacin. It is essential for the metabolism of carbohydrates, fats and proteins and for the normal functioning of skin, intestinal and nervous system. Niacin deficiencies can lead to the nutritional disease called pellagra. Pellagra commonly results in skin lesions, liver disorders and severe digestive and nervous ailments. Foods which are rich in niacin are liver, kidney, poultry, meat, fish, groundnut and legumes. Niacin deficiency can be overcome by the consumption of good mixed diet containing milk and or meat. The daily requirement of niacin are 10 to 15 mg. Now starting with the minerals. Minerals, about 50 chemical elements are found in a human body. They are required for growth, repair and regulation of body function. They are divided into three major groups: major minerals, trace minerals and trace elements and trace contaminants. Major minerals includes calcium, phosphorus, sodium, potassium, etc. Trace elements includes iron, iodine, fluorine, zinc, etc. Trace contaminants are lead, mercury, aluminium, etc. Now, starting with the copper, a positive correlation has been demonstrated between serum copper and severity of the diseases by Freeland. Copper is also essential for the development and maturation of connective tissues. Zinc. Zinc levels are found to decrease with an increase in alveolar bone resorption. Zinc ions can stabilize the cell membranes and inhibit the release of lysosomal enzymes. Calcium and phosphate. It constitutes 1.5 to 2% of the body weight. 98% is found in bones. Blood content concentration of 10 mg. Calcium concentration in skeleton is equilibrium with that in a blood. The equilibrium is maintained by interaction of vitamin D and calcitonin. Ionized calcium is involved in the functions like formation of bones and teeth, coagulation of blood, contraction of muscles, cardiac action, milk production, etc. It also plays a crucial role in transformation of light to electrical impulse in the retina. Here we are ending with the chapter nutrition and health. Hope you understand it better. Thank you very much.